Good morning. Sundays are a busy kitchen day in this Jersey girl's home, but it's one of my favorites. Hi, I am Vicki, and though I have a lot of kitchen prep to do today, this is a slow, relaxing family day for us. I'm starting my day off early feeding my sourdough starter with equal parts, 1 cup starter, 1 cup warm water, 1 cup flour, and then mixing really well. Right now this will be like liquidy pancake batter, but when it gets bubbly and doubles in size, we can start making our sourdough sandwich bread. I use too small of a container, so I'm going to change that. I don't want to end up with an overflowing mess. Alright, on to my next task. Every week I make shredded chicken in the crock pot. We use this for salads, sandwiches, or even to just make a really easy dinner if I haven't pulled something out already. It's super easy. You just grease your pot up, throw your chicken in, and top it off with salt, pepper, and poultry seasoning. I'm using chicken straight out of the freezer. It is frozen solid, it has not thawed, and it will cook just fine. You do not need to pre-plan for this, other than having the crock pot on. So like I said, salt, pepper, and poultry seasoning. This one is my favorite, the Southern poultry seasoning. Sprinkle a bunch of this on till it looks like it's well topped with it all, and then I just put it on low or high for 4 to 5 hours. I'm going to put it on high since my chicken is frozen. Okay, time to make the dough for our sandwich bread. My kids really like this. My daughter not so much, but the rest of them all do. And my husband. So in the bowl, I'm adding half a cup of room temperature butter, unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of salt, if I can get that honey off of there. So 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 cup of starter, and then I'm going to start with 4 cups of flour. I'm going to put this on the mixer as I add the remaining 3 to 4 cups of flour. But guess what? I forgot the water. So we need to add 2.5 cups of water. Oh well, problem solved. That looks so much better. Now I'm going to knead it on my mat because this is a lot of dough for my mixer. Alright, after this comes together into a nice ball, I'm going to put it into a greased bowl. You want it to be a nice smooth ball. Alright, I greased the bowl with coconut oil, and I'm going to top my dough off with olive oil and then cover this with saran wrap and just let it sit on the counter until about dinner time. It needs quite a while to get to the right consistency for baking. Alright, this past week our grocery store had an amazing sale on pineapple, so I bought a bunch and I'm chopping it up and crushing it in the food processor so that I can some of it. And I actually found some really cool recipes that I'm excited to make with you. You can watch for that video next. Let's get a little bit of these scraps in the compost. So yeah, we'll finish getting these all crushed up and chopped away. We'll save some for fresh eating, some for recipes, and the rest for canning. But today I'm just going to prep it. I'm not going to cook with it today. Okay, time to make our salad dressings. If you remember from my gardening video, we eat a lot of salad, and this is our favorite dressing. So I'm going to whip this up together, and then that will go in the fridge for the week. And all of my recipes will be linked in the descriptions for you to access if you're interested in making the same things. And of course, every Sunday I love to make my kids a special treat, and this week I'm making their favorite chocolate chip muffins. So I need 3/4 a cup of softened butter, unsalted, and this just came out of the fridge, so I'm going to pop it in the microwave to warm it up some. I need 3/4 a cup of sugar, and then I'll mix that butter in with it. Two eggs. teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, a quarter teaspoon of salt, and 1 2/3 cup of flour. One tablespoon of vanilla extract. I'm doing a little bit less this time because I ran out of sour cream and I'm going to use vanilla Greek yogurt in lieu to get my 1 cup in. So I didn't want to have too much vanilla in there. One and a quarter cups of chocolate chips, or just an overflowing cup of chocolate chips. This ended up making 14 muffins. I put out 12, but I needed 2 more. And you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees and cook them like that for the first 5 minutes. Then you would lower it down to 375 degrees for the last 10 to 15 minutes. Grab some jars from my basement, bring them up to use this week. And don't forget to lower your temperature. Alright, now the chicken is finished cooking, and here is the easiest way to shred it. Super fast, super quick. Don't need to pull out forks and do it yourself. You're welcome. Alright, time to shape the dough for its last rise. You're going to flatten it out into a rectangle after you grease your pans. And since I have 2 pans, I'm splitting it in half. And then you'll roll it up long ways and fold the sides under to fit into the pan. And then I like to give it a little push down once it's in the loaf pan, just to make sure it's all comes together. And then let it sit in your pan to rise. Okay, so we're gonna bake at 375 for 45 minutes. I couldn't get you the first slice.